Testing, testing. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. DC, I'm sorry, man. I got some stuff came up. I'm sorry, DC. I'm sorry. You know what? I think I'm gonna do night. I'm gonna stick to 9 o'clock Thursdays every week. No more changing the time. It's 9 o'clock Thursdays every week because now's the time. Now's the time my kids go to sleep. So this is the time for me to. This is the time for me to do the hangout. So yeah, I had to handle some stuff. So let me figure out this link thingy. Bit.ly. Shortened link. All right, what's up, Woody? All right, and copy link address. What's up, Woody? What's up, Steve? Oh, Reef Keeper. Oh, I was sad. Welcome, everybody. Again, I apologize for the late stream. Hello, Alex. Hello, Reef God. What up, Reef God?
Oh.
What's up, TMG?
Uh-oh. Time for me to leave. What's up, man?
OG. SC Reefer, good evening. Black Redneck, good evening. How's everybody, man? Sorry about the late stream. We were working on some stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Alex.
Hey, how's it going, Al?
I'm good, man. I am good. I am great. I am good. I am good. Yeah, so going forward, I think I'm going to do the 9 o'clock. I know I've switched the times around the last couple of weeks, but I think 9 o'clock because my kids are in bed now. So somebody might come out screaming, and I might have to go, lay down the law. But for the most part, no, we're good. We're good. All right, where is the be easy on that mug? It's not the, listen, CJ said he ran out of mugs, man.
Did he?
Yeah.
I missed that.
You know what I did earlier today? I did print out a piece of paper and tape. So, yeah.
No, you did.
Show the lights, oh. Black Redneck, show the lights, oh. Oh, the lights are off, man. Who's running highlights? I'm not running highlights. If I turn this on now, it's not gonna, not gonna be anything really. There's the Kessels. See, yeah, it's just gonna be washed out because I'm just using the computer camera. It's not a really good camera, so. Oh, Don Burgess, super chat. What, man? Thank you. I don't know why somebody would super chat me, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so those are the Kessels. I don't think you'll be able to see much with that. That's the Kessels, and then let me put the T5s on. Again, it looks a little better. All right, I'll leave the back T5s on. I'll leave them on for now. All right. All righty, so what's up, everybody? What are you doing on the tank tonight, Alex?
Oh, probably doing the alkalinity test, and I'm taking a break today. Not doing anything too crazy.
Rico is setting up his new Apex. He's got his new Apex. He's setting it up. He's not a happy camper right now. We tried and couldn't get the pH probe to calibrate. In fact, that's what he was probably just blowing out now.
Yeah.
In fact, his old pH probe, we got it more accurate than the newer pH probe, which is leaving me scratching my head.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
cool.
So Rico, I'm gonna set up. I texted the guy, so I'm gonna set up. I still should open a ticket, but I'm gonna have you call. I'm gonna have him call you Monday, even though you're technically not his territory. But this is the Apex guy for Neptune, so he's gonna call you Monday and talk you through it. And if not, then they'll figure out a way to replace the probe for you. All right. Good evening, Reef Jeeves. A little bit of a reef, black redneck. Is that a Red Sea Reefer 350? Yes, it is, sir. It's a Red Sea Reefer 350 behind me. Running the Aquatic Live T5 fixture, and I have two Kessel A360s on it, and I'm using the Neptune Moonlight module for moonlights. So that's the that's lighting. That's the Reefer 350.
Well, I just did the pH again. Oh, and it says acceptable range. Went to green. Everything went to like it's supposed to. That didn't happen.
What?
Yeah, I'm dead. Listen, I'm dead serious, man. Look. I'll share my screen, bro. Look what it look what it did. Like on its own.
All right, and then hit next, and All right, so we've been trying to calibrate Rico's pH probe.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, what's up, OG?
So
How y'all doing?
it's back to the 10.3.
Back to the 10.3, and then you're gonna put it into 7, and let's see what it reads.
Yeah. Let me do that.
Reef Jeeves, what's up, man? All right, let me see any question. I'm sorry. What's up, Jeeves? Hey, DC Reefer, I know I let your subs down, man. I apologize. I'll make it up to you.
Oh, he owned you like that?
He and I did like a little, the shared Instagram, and he was telling people like, "Hey, O's gonna be on at 8 o'clock," and yeah, I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. Better late than never, brother.
AL, oh, did you turn Alexa off? Yes, I did. I unplugged her. Tired of dating.
Was Alexa giving you problems?
No, the other. Listen.
No, a bunch of bellends like to make Alexa feed his.
Listen, Rico's gonna get it from me. Listen, man, Rico. I have my lights. I have my TV. All my lights. My cable box, like everything, pretty much my entire house, including some stuff on my tank. In fact, there's some stuff on my tank that's configured through Alexa. So the other day, Rico said, "Alexa, shut everything off."
Oh, jeez.
So my internet went off, my lights went off, like everything shut off, and I was like, "Damn." So the thing is now, with the crazy thing with shutting everything off is, you can't turn stuff back on without reaching behind cabinets, because when everything is off, you can't tell Alexa to turn stuff on because she needs the internet and she needs other devices to turn stuff back on. I've never used that command before. Turn everything off. Turn everything off.
Did you see that?
I wonder if you could password protect that.
I removed that command out of her skill set. That's the first thing I did once the internet and everything came back on. So,
do you see this all?
Rico can't do. Oh, come on.
Do you see this all?
Rico, you got the magic touch.
I don't know what I ain't. Do you see this? What did I do? I didn't. I soaked it in RO water the whole time. It's been after that. I just left it in the RO water.
So for 1 hour we've been trying to calibrate his pH probe, and it was off by 0.25, which for a pH probe you don't want it off by that much. And so and we've been trying. We went through 2 sets of calibration fluids. We tried a bunch of different things. We tried manual. We tried automatic. None of it was working. And I guess, Rico, the tech guy, tried it on his own, and it worked.
I got my new toy working now.
What's that?
My camera.
Oh, is that the you got a what is that?
So
what camera is that?
it's a secure IP security camera.
You're gonna link it up right to your Apex, right in the dashboard.
I don't think I'm gonna do that for now, but I do have it on the internet, so I could look at it from work.
No,
that's what I need to do. How do y'all do that?
are you going to be like Reef Bum and stream your tank all the time?
No, because I'm not going to get a letter from Comcast telling me that I've used more than a terabyte in a month, and they're gonna overcharge me.
Oh, yeah, Reef
I got
Bum
that
in New York
notification
too.
yesterday. Y'all are getting me in trouble.
Because that'll be what's gonna happen if I do that. Oh, I just want to be able to watch from work. I'm gonna add 2 more cameras, I think. This one is fixed, so I think I might move it to watch the big tank. And then somewhere over here, I'm going to put a pan tilt zoom and then another pan tilt zoom in the fish room. So don't know when that's going to happen, but that's the plan.
Thank
Hey,
you.
were you able to get in touch with the business?
The business. Wait,
The biz.
man, the business Reef, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I forgot, man.
It's okay.
I forgot. Oh man, yeah, I forgot. Oh man, so I forgot. You know what I'm gonna do next week? I'll be more prepared. I'll have a topic and everything ready, and I'll definitely set up the stream the day before. It won't be a last minute thing. So I'll have it scheduled so you'll get reminded. So I promise I'll be more prepared next week. So no, I didn't get in touch with the business, but I'm gonna message them. Yeah. Thank you, Murphy. Thank you for that. You know what? To view my tank when I'm not, I have, my kids. We got old. They have some. I have some old iPhones. There is a app called Alfred that I use when I've had some. At first, I used to get it to work with the Apex, but the last couple of weeks I haven't. But basically, I buy a sticky pad for my phone, stick it on the side, and you just use an old iPhone or pretty much any old phone, stick it to the side of the tank, and you can view and you can zoom in, zoom out. So that app is called Alfred. So that's sort of my cheap way of my IP camera. We don't have fancy tilt and zoom like Alex though.
I don't have tilt zoom yet. It's just a fixed.
Hey,
it is an optical zoom, but I can't move it. So
not yet.
It is a nice peace of mind to have though when you're away from home.
Do you travel for work, Alex?
I don't often, but I mean, like today, like when I was hosting a call at work, I actually pulled up the tank and had it on streaming before I started my call so people could look at an aquarium before we got down to business.
All right. That's always cool. All right. Thank you, Reef Keeper. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Russell Garcia, happy you got the Apex, Rico. Yeah, he is happy. He's excited. We got, for the most part, stuff programmed. I still got some stuff to do. Still have some cleanup to do, but I think some of the other stuff, some of the advanced stuff, Rico, we won't do until, you get back. We're not going to go too crazy the day before you leave.
No, I'm trying to figure out which plug do I put this conductivity salinity probe.
On the bottom of the Apex, it looks it looks like one of them old ports on the back of the computer.
Yeah, but there's 2 of them.
Whew. Oh, one is for the breakout box, and one is for. Hang on, I'll tell you which one. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. I'll tell you which one.
See, Rico don't know everything. See?
Hey, Rico.
Hey, what?
Hey, with that Apex, you know they was the guy told me at Palooza down here they letting them do 10% off it in April though.
Do you know what I paid for this?
Oh, uh-oh.
Please share.
No, more than 10%.
Yeah, that's I wanted. I was thinking about it. And dude was like, just wait till Palooza, and Neptune's letting them do 10% down here on Palooza down here in Orlando.
You started one?
No, this ain't me. This is O. I'm just in with O.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Rico, look at the stream. Hey, Jamie.
Hi.
All right, so this one down here is the salinity probe. See where the salinity is. You know what? I didn't realize the salinity probe next to the ORP. I didn't realize this.
Yeah, see?
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were so close. They look almost the same.
Exactly. So it's the one on the bottom left then, right?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
That's the one. And the other one is the breakout box.
All right.
All right. Hey, what's up, Gerald?
What's up, Seymour?
Oh, exclusive. What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm good. Gerald, you getting an Apex too? 10%? All right, exclusive. How's your Apex going?
My Apex is great. No issues whatsoever.
No issues?
Nope. The only issue that I have is with the pump, the return pump.
Mm-hmm.
Am I being presented or?
Yeah, you presented.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking at them, you know, because I just want to see the hype about it. And the guy was trying to tell me, one of the reps, he was saying, if you're interested, wait until Palooza because they letting them do 10% off.
All right.
That was the only thing I was thinking about, because he was just trying to show me the whole Trident method with the test kit that they got for that's supposed to be coming out with. Like, they had a rep come down into the reef shop, and he was just like talking about it. So he was like, if you're gonna get one, if you ever is interested, wait until Palooza, and they let them do 10% off rather than paying full price.
All right.
But 10% still ain't for $800. That's still not a lot, but you know,
hey, better than nothing.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to say. Because
At least
I was like,
covers
what?
tax.
Yeah, because I asked him, I said, well, what if I get it somewhere cheaper? He was like, they're not gonna honor the warranty if they see the receipt being under the MAP pricing unless you get it from Palooza at that price.
No,
that's not true.
That ain't true. That's not
and
true.
And that's what I was thinking, but the guy kept saying they a platinum dealer for Apex, and he was like, if you don't get it, if you get it under the MAP pricing, which is the 800 plus change, they won't honor it because the receipt has to have that price unless you get it from Palooza and you get it directly through a Neptune's authorized dealer. So I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, you only get 10%. That's what made me ask Rico about his, because I was like, well, dang, is that the only way you can get them dumb things at a discount? He said they don't go on sale and the stores can't sell them for what under MAP pricing, or the stores will lose their distribution license with them, or some junk they was telling me.
They can, but it depends on who you are. That's the funny part about it.
And if the stores are doing sales, like the store, it's somewhat right. It's not absolute, Gerald. What could happen is the store could have a sale, just like BRS has sale, but it has to be approved by Neptune. You know, like BRS can't decide, like, hey, I got 10% off this month. Like, whatever they're doing has to be in collab. When I bought my Apex, I got it from Manhattan Aquariums. I got a discount on it too.
But see, he was saying the only thing they could do that some people have been doing down here is they pay the full price of $800 from the store, and then they give them an $80 credit. So in essence, you really paid $720 for the Neptunes, which is 10%, and then you can use that $80 or whatever to spend back in the store. In essence, he said that's the only way around it. He said if they sell it below that, they get their license taken away.
You know what? You know what? You might be onto something there, because a lot of stores do that, where you bought the Apex and you get like $100 or whatever credit to spend in the store.
Exactly. He said that's the only way. Like, that's the only way around it. Other than that, the only time you can get 10% off is like at Palooza this year. And he said he's not sure if Neptune's gonna do it, later on for like Macklin or something like that. So I was like, "You serious?" He was like, yeah, bro, that's the only way you can get it cheaper than 800.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the return pump with the Varios,
Mm-hmm.
I have the cable connected to the Varios port. I don't know what you call it, the 0 10 volts.
Yep.
But I have to keep that on auto. If I put it on, then it depletes all the water from that last chamber. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. That's gonna be like an all-night thing.
No. It's not an all-night thing. I'll tell you why. Okay, so do you mind if I pull up your Apex?
No, go ahead.
All right. Let me pull up your Apex. I'm gonna pull up your Apex.
Whoa!
I'm gonna pull up your Apex. Hey, why aren't you in bed?
My water.
All right, go get water. Like, what are you?
You thought they were sleeping.
No, wait, you're not going to do.
Uh-oh.
Not doing that.
Uh-oh. Somebody's going to toe up.
Ooh. All right. So let me see. So which one? Oh, so the Varios pump here. You have it on. You said when you put it on, it empties your
Right. So
exclusive. The way you have it programmed, if you put it on, you're basically running the pump at like 100%. You know,
correct.
That's what happened. So right now, the way you have it set up, you're running it at 30%. So you leave it on auto, it's running at 30%. Like that's the way you want it.
Right, but what I'm saying is like if I go in there and I edit those to like let's say 40 or 50%, and I update it, it doesn't change the flow. It's still the same, even on auto.
All right. So
that ain't right.
Wait, it doesn't change the flow.
No, it's the same flow.
What pump are you using? You're using the Breakout Vario 6?
I think it's 6, yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna do some quick mathematics. Do you have a manifold?
No, I don't.
All right. Oh. All right. All right, Billy, give me a second. So the flow rate on the Vario 6 is 1,720. And you say if you go from 30 to 40, it doesn't change? You don't see much change?
It doesn't do anything. I could put it up to like 100% on the Apex and the Varios, and it doesn't do anything. It only does something.
All right.
Sorry, it only does something. I'm bothering the wife. She's trying to watch TV. It only does something. Sorry about that. It only does something if I turn it on. Then I'll see like the pump start sucking all the water out.
The fact that it's pushing more water means it's working, but
but I have to put it on, not on auto. I think there's something with the programming. Something is messed up.
All right, let me think about that for a minute. All right, thank you, Billy Pipes. Thank you very much. Murphy, yep, Rico got a new Apex. Let me just catch up with the chat. That what the frag raffle was for? Yes, I think so, Murphy. I'm gonna let Rico tell you a little bit about that, but yes, got the Apex. Thank you again, Billy 5. T5 Power, man. Love you too. That's my brother from another mother.
Literally.
What's up, fish tank ninjas?
What is up? Inappropriate.
No.
Oh, what that move was with the fish tank ninjas.
And who's that? Infamous Aquatics. Sorry, I'm over here digging in this Apex trying to.
Hey, Gerald, you outside, man?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm in the garage.
Oh,
you know, man. I'm in the garage, man. That's my man cave.
There was some wind.
Oh yeah. Oh, the fan, man. The mosquitoes is a killer down here, bro.
Oh, all right.
Mosquitoes, and I got my bug zapper, so I can talk to y'all. So between those two, I'm straight. So sorry about the wind effects.
Okay, number 3, 40-gallon pump. Number 3.
DC Reefer. I need a canopy now. These things are super bright. Yes. DC Reefer is going back to metal halides. Man,
Oh, word?
yeah, he has some old metal halide fixtures that's what we were talking about on Instagram. So my man is going old school, man. Old school. So I'm definitely gonna be looking out for that. That's exciting.
Man, I had some of them things in the garage and threw them out, dude. I don't know why I did. I could at least put them on Craigslist. I had like some old metal headlights that somebody had sold like 4 years ago, and I never really used them and threw it out.
Okay, skimmer.
Ghetto Zen Master, thank you, man. I still gotta get back at you, bro. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not really a creative type, so but I still gotta come up with something. But thank you for that super chat, man. Thank you.
Yo, Seymour, is it possible to hook up a iPad to the Neptune for monitoring?
Yeah, you just I think Terrence from Neptune Systems had a video on the Neptune Systems channel, but basically you just configure to tell the screen to never turn off, and you just if it's an iPad, you just download the Neptune Systems app or you keep the web page open, and yeah, it works. A couple of people do that. In fact, they do it with the cheap Amazon tablets.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking about connecting it directly to the Apex, like a monitor. Forget it. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. Yeah.
It's not a USB, so you can't.
Yeah.
DC Reefer. Thank you again, Ghetto Zen Master. I still have an Apex Junior. Thinking about pulling the trigger on the new one. I have an Apex Junior, and I have the new 2016 Apex, and I like my Apex. I'm a tech junkie. I like my Apex. Hey, John's Reef Tank. Hey, and everyone. Hello, John. Yeah, let me just get caught up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I got really behind in the chat. Reefing with Reef Keeper. I randomly get an off alarm from the ATK. Any ideas? Only happens once in a while. It functions normal, but I get an off alarm periodically. I think that happened to me, and I'm trying to remember what. But when it's off, you don't have to do anything. I don't remember. Phil, I got it. Let me marinate on that for a little bit. I was getting that, and I forgot if I adjusted the times or something to get. That was happening to me. I don't remember if it resolved itself. I don't remember.
Mine did that for a while because it would go over its programmed runtime and shut off automatically.
Oh, because probably the size of the system you're pumping, and it just took a while to just get dialed in.
Yeah, it did. I think I adjusted the run timer from like 5 minutes was default to like 7 or so. But then again, like you said, I got to pump a lot of water to move my level up.
Fugilites number 7. Sorry, sitting here
Reefer
looking.
Gill says it took him 2 weeks to dial in his ATK. It's very touchy. I agree. I kind of agree at first, and I think it's gone through some software updates with the FMM. And I think right now, the way I have it set up now is I've gone like 2 or 3 months without messing with it. And I think it's worked fine for me. Yeah, it was very touchy. In fact, I when mine got touchy, it was because an optical sensor went bad, and I needed to get it replaced by Neptune. So that's what was the issue with mine. And I was dosing right by it. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. The fact that I was dosing the Trident solutions right next to the optical sensors, if that caused cause it to get precipitation on it. But all right, exclusive. While the chat goes on, let me try and go back to answering your question. I don't know why that would happen. But if you unplug it from the Apex and use the controller, you definitely see, a difference, right?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It got to a point where I'm not sure what I did, but when I was setting it up, I was able to change like the percentage, and I found the sweet spot being 30%. That's why it's been there. But I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it's like I can't change it. So if I want to put it like 32% or 31, it does nothing. And before, if I change it from like 30 30 to like 32%, for an example, I would notice a big difference.
I don't know. The fact that your return section is empty and shows me that it's pumping more water, but I don't.
That's if I turn the varios on, like to put it on instead of auto.
Yeah, when you put like when you set up when you set the varios or anything else like that to be on, I think it's pushing. Let me see what my core is doing now. Yeah, when you set it to be on like that, it's pushing. You're turning it basically to 100%. So that's why that's why it's emptying your return chamber, because by putting it in the on position, you're telling it to run at full speed.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's working. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. You know, it's working right now. So, but Reef Biz in the chat, he's saying that he's calibrated his salinity probe 2 times and nothing. You know, I just calibrated once. I did it manual, and I just left it, you know, as per O's instructions, just leave it in the sun for like a week, and then all of a sudden it just started coming up slowly. A couple percent, you know, numbers started climbing up slowly, and now it's good.
Yeah, leave it for a week. But after, like, mine's been on the week, leave it for a week for a year now. I just never bothered going back to calibrate it. I tried calibrating it that first week. Right now, my salt says 1.1, and I never bothered recalibrating. So it's just something I didn't want to bother with.
You know, my ORP probe, one day it went all the way down to 22, and it stayed like that for a while, and I thought something was going on. So all I did was just basically disabled it and re-enabled it, right? And then all of a sudden, like, it started climbing up slowly. So sometimes you might just want to, you know, just like disable it, the probe, and re-enable it, and then try to calibrate it manually and let it sit in there and see what happens.
I think I see Steve said the Apex pumps are garbage. Jury's still out. I don't know. I'm just running mine now for a month, so I don't. Oh, the PMUP. Oh, yes. Jeez. The PMUPs. If you're using the PMUPs for the ATO, they absolutely work well because it's in a controlled environment. It's in fresh water. There's no snails, no anything. But the minute you put it in a sump, like, I don't have snails in my sump, but the minute I put it in a sump, I've broken a couple of them. So I think Terrence has come on to. I spoke to Terrence on a Reef Dude stream, and he said, you know, you have to put some kind of foam to protect the impeller, because I think the impeller breaks easy. But yeah, Reefer Gill says, yeah, I'm hearing the PMUP are failing in salt water. Yeah, whenever I use it for a reactor or something, it seems to fail. And I know I have 2 that got replaced that I just don't want to put them back on the system to have them fail, because I bought them to use as reactors, to pump reactors. So they're just there. I'm just going to keep them as backup for my ATK. If the pump ever goes bad, I have a backup. But I'm not liking the PMUP so far. The jury's not out. I don't like them so far. But it's a Gen 1 product, so hopefully it gets better. One thing I like, though, is the fact that it doesn't take up an energy bar port on your system. Like, you plug it into, I think it's one of the One Link or the DC24 ports. That I like the idea of that, of using the pumps and not taking up an extra port. But we'll see. For ATO pumps, they're great. 1 year, no issues. But I've had 2 fail on me when I use it in my sump to pump reactors. And it's a good pump, too, because it handles head pressure well. So,
hey, Seymour, you have the Ecotech battery backup?
No, I don't. No battery backup.
Are you using any backups?
No backups at all. I mean, we rarely lose power here in New York City, so.
So I have a problem. They're going to be shutting down the power in my building for 8 hours in the near future. I need to come up with some kind of backup.
Excuse me?
Anybody in the chat use those battery backups, like a regular, a battery backup, and then use the whatever, I don't know what you call those things.
Do you have a J-Bow wave maker?
I do not. It's
a
a
DC wave maker.
Yeah, I have the what do you call it, the Reef Octopus.
Okay, if you hook a regular computer battery backup to that, it'll run for a good while.
Computer backup, like a APES, or what do you call it?
Yeah, APC battery backup or whatever they are. Yep.
How long is that going to run for?
It depends. I'd have to know how big the battery backup and how big the or what the power draw on that thing is. But if it's one of the mid-size ones, I mean, you can usually get 6 to 8 hours out of it easy.
What are we talking about? What do you mean mid-size? Like 15,000 or something?
Like, not the little power strip one, but the one that's a block.
Yeah, the one that looks like a tower, like a computer.
Yeah. Hold on.
I was thinking about, there's a mod that guys are doing that they're using like a boat battery, and then there's some kind of converter that they're connecting this to. But the problem is that I don't know when they're gonna be turning off the power, and I might not be home, so I need something that's gonna fail over.
Pull up the battery backup you're looking at.
I don't have one.
There's an ice cap battery.
I'm saying, have you been looking at one, or do you have one that you could get a hold of?
I mean, I could buy one. I could order one. Not. I mean, I'm not gonna lose power tomorrow. It's gonna be like in 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if you had looked at a couple of them already or whatnot.
No, it's just a lot of people keep saying that those APSs that they don't last that long. So, kind of.
They're not good for water. I mean, that's that could be an issue. If you get them wet, they're going to scrap. But I mean, it will run it. I've got one I got for free that I use online, and it runs the wave maker. But that's the thing. What are you trying to run? If you're trying to run a return pump, no, it's not going to run for long, even on a DC return pump, because they draw a lot of power.
I have two gyros, 250 gyros.
Ice cap, the same. I think it's still supported. It's all CoralView brands, but they sell a battery backup that's supposed to work good with the gyres.
Yeah, they sell one because the gyre is a DC, right?
Yep. One of those you're supposed to be able to run like, my chair is squeaking. One of those you should be able to run 2 gyres at about 30% for something like 24 hours.
So John Gale is saying that he uses a battery and some kind of inverter that he bought at Harbor Freight, and that's his backup. I think that's what I've seen out there in chats, because they could last like 2-3, I don't know, I think 2 days, 2-3 days or something like that.
I mean, it all depends on the power draw you're putting on it and the size of the battery. If you've got a smaller car battery, it's not going to run as long as a bigger car or boat battery.
Yeah.
You just got to do the calculation on it, which, I mean, I can do. I just need to know the specifics. Let me get to...
Yeah, you know what? That's a good one. I never thought about it because, in New York City here, we rarely lose power. Even during the hurricane, we didn't lose power at all. So it's not something I think about, but it's not something I think about at all.
Can't hurt. Just get a few battery operated air pumps that run on D cells.
Yeah, those work too. So let's see here. And that's the thing. How much would you want to spend on a battery backup?
Not a lot, but I don't want to break the bank either,
Well, give me a dollar amount so I can find one.
I don't have one.
You're killing me, bud.
Around like 2-3,
140, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 2-3,
Okay.
whatever.
All right, 1,300.
I think I was looking at the 1,500 one before.
Okay, so 170 for the 1,500.
170 for the 1,500.
Yeah, that's what those are running. That's 10 outlets, 865 watts. What is the what's the power on a gyre? It's a gyre 230, right?
250.
250. power consumption is 8 to 60 watts. So at max power on a gyre, 60 watts, you would get what is this one? 865. You get 12 hours of runtime. One gyre full blast should be about 12 hours of runtime on that 1500. If you're only running them at 30%, you'll get more runtime.
Zoas, Reefer Gill. I love Zoas, man. I like Zoas, but Billy's been putting me on to A-cans lately, so I'm kind of liking A-cans right now.
You and me both, oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
And Favia. That's what I'm looking to pick up a few of at this show this weekend. One torch, a couple of A-cans and Favias, maybe another Lobo. All right.
Where'd you see that battery backup?
Amazon.
Gotcha. 1500 APC or APC 1500.
Yep.
Got it. I'm gonna look at those.
And that's got like 10 outlets. 5 outlets provide power backup and surge protection. 5 outlets offer surge protection only.
What was it? The Cyber Power?
No, that's the APC backup back UPS Pro. Hold on. Can I link this? I think I can link this in Hangouts. Where's the chat? All right, I'm gonna link it in the Hangouts chat.
Okay, see it.
Whew. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, man.
You almost done, Rico?
Yeah, I got everything off. Everything transferred on. I just kept coming back here to see what the numbers were and what we had up. So I got the whole X system completely tore offline. I can't set that system up tonight. It's gonna have to wait till I get back. I need a
BR 1500.
I need a longer cat. Because that's got to be hardwired in. So I have to rent Cat 5 over to this system. Cleaning out wires. I need to get a rag and a bucket, man. You don't even realize how much salt creeps up on there.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. That's a 3-hour runtime with that 1500 on their website.
What size tank is it? Anybody know?
What tank? My tank?
Yeah.
100 gallon.
100 gallons?
Yeah.
It's going to be out for how long?
8 hours.
Is that guaranteed or just
Yeah. It's not gonna be more than 8 hours. I think personally it's gonna be around like 5, 6, but they're saying 8 hours just in case if something goes wrong. And knowing these freaking idiots, something will go wrong.
All right. Let's see here. I think Reefer Gill wanted to see what kind of alarms I had programmed. I don't have anything fancy programmed, Reefer Gill, but let me.
Oh, tell them how basic I am.
Rico just wants on and off. All right, so let's see what I have programmed. Oh, I did something. All right, Gil, let's see what I have in my alarm. So, Gil.
There you go. The ice cap gyre battery backup.
Mm-hmm.
At 50 watts, runs, so 30% single on a 30% output on a single pump will run 35 hours. And they look like they're 120 bucks. So that's probably going to be your best bet.
Yeah, the ice cap, right?
Yeah, the ice cap one.
All right, I'm thinking of going that route, but I'm still, entertaining the idea of just a regular car battery with an inverter, because I think you could plug in multiple things to that and run it for like 2-3 days if you need to.
Right.
Well, if you want to do that, you want to get you a deep cycle battery. You're going to get a better bang for your buck.
Yeah, which aren't cheap.
Yeah,
those are over $100 a pop.
Yeah.
But they're good for trolling. They're good at deep cycle. That's what you want. You're going to do that. That's what you want to get.
Hey, Gil. I don't have anything much programmed in my alerts. Nothing crazy. If my reserve is open, I have in my Neptune Systems top-off kit, I have an extra optical sensor that's programmed in that's in my ATO reservoir. So if I know if reserve open, I know that my container is less than 15% full, so I get an alert. If error ATK, that's if the ATK throws an error, I get an alert. If my pH drops below 7.7, I want to know, I get an alert. If my temperature drops below 77, I get an alert, I want to know. And if my core pump is drawing less than 40 watts, I want to get an alert. I thought I was sharing my screen. Oh, man, sorry. All right, sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, so if reserve, it's my ATO reservoir. If this goes, I have an optical sensor, so if this goes below, I think 10 or 15%, I get an alert, and it keeps bugging me until I fix it. If my ATK throws an error, I get an alert. pH low, temperature low, and my core 20, if it's below 40 watts, I get an alert. And this, you can program this with any outlet. So if you want to know that, hey, if a pump is drawing less than what it used to draw, so this is 5 watts below what the pump usually draws. So I know that if it's down to 40 watts, then it's something I need to check. Because the first time when I was using the pump, I actually had a carbon bag. I dropped the carbon bag in there, and the pump sucked it in, but it was in front of the pump. And because the pump was a little bit clogged, it was drawing less power. And so that's sort of an alert I set up to kind of help me, know when something's blocked. Yeah, simple, works for me. I think I want to get a leak detector. But so far, this is simple and works for me.
Why leak detector?
Because I want to put something in my stand and just let me know if something's leaking.
And what's that going to do?
Turn off the return pump or turn off the pumps if something's leaking.
It's still going to leak. If you have a leak somewhere, it's still going to leak.
Hey.
It's just, hey, don't get me wrong. I was going to do the same thing. But then I'm like, okay, if I'm at work and I get a leak detect, what am I going to do? I'm just going to leave work and go home and look at the tank or something? No. So if there's going to be a leak, it's going to leak, period.
I want to know as soon as possible.
Yeah.
One on the back of the tank, so if water starts coming over the edge, I know when it turns off the return pump. You could stick one on the outside of your sump. So if your sump ever overflows, I'd want to know. I'd rather know than not know.
I have, I don't know if you want to take a look at my alerts. I have a couple of alerts also. Quite a few, actually. I want to alert crazy because I just want to get alerts on everything. On mine, basically, I have alerts on on majority of the power outlets. So basically, like if the return pump fails and it turns off, then it's going to send me an alert. And I did that on a lot of them.
Interesting, exclusive.
So I have if power EB82 is off, then it's going to turn on the alert. If the same thing for power for the EB32 or 832.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have it for my skimmer, for my gyres, and the return pump and the ATO. So if any of those turn off, it's going to email me saying that they're off.
All right. I have the Hangout link. Can somebody post the Hangout link? Reef Keeper says, I have one of those Neptune sensors in my ATO, but don't really need it. The PMUP notifies me. That thing is loud. Yes, it is. That thing is, when the ATO container is loud, is empty or getting empty. Oh my God, that pump is loud as heck. Jeez. That pump is loud. And C-Dub said, I used an optical sensor from Neptune to shut off my skimmate locker if it gets full. Doesn't the skimmate around it kind of stops the sensor from working properly? That's what I would think, but if it works for you, then, you know, something I'll consider. Hey, what's up, JSS? How are you?
Doing all right. How you guys doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. We're doing good. I'm too OC to use a skimmate locker. I clean my cup when it's about a quarter full. I clean my cup on the weekends, man. I don't. Yeah. Skimmate locker.
Talking about that, Seymour, do you have any idea why those the skimmer would be just fine for 2-3 days and then all of a sudden just go haywire and start overflowing? Nothing changes.
And you didn't feed, you didn't change food, you didn't do anything.
No. I mean, you know, I feed normal, but I don't turn off anything. Everything runs while I feed.
Any idea? Without changing food, no medication, no anything like that.
Nope, nothing. No medication in the tank. It just always, you know, it's at a certain point in the skimmer, and then all of a sudden it's like it just rises. The water rises, and it overflows the thing, and then I have to readjust, you know, the valve there, the red tubing, to lower it or raise it. Nah, whatever. It's not tech related.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, man. You guys are busting my brain tonight. Reefer Gill, can you show where you get the average power consumption of pieces of equipment? I want to make sure I'm looking at it correctly. So I'll let you know now, Reefer Gill. If it's a DC pump, the amount of power it draws is gonna change. So that's a way. So unless you're gonna like a DC pump, you know, if it ever have a point where it's off or it's not pumping water, it's gonna show off. So so I tend to use the power draw on things that are steady, or, you know, I haven't gotten it to work yet properly on like a DC pump, because right now the way my gyres are set up, they're set up in a way where, you know, once every hour, 2 hours or so, one of my gyres is off. So if I was supposed to program a power draw less than, you know, whatever, it would definitely alert me on the periods when it's low flow.
All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to sleep. I wake up early. I got a new job, and I wake up at the crack of dawn.
Hey, man! Congratulations on a new job.
Thanks, man. Well, hopefully I'll be home more, because I work only 3 days and I'm off for 4. So
what?
Yeah,
that sounds like a good gig, man.
Yeah. So it'll be a couple of months before that happens, though.
Hey, what happened to the old job, if you don't mind me asking?
It sucked. Which one? I mean, I was at the other job, but we were losing the account, so they were just looking for reason to fire people, and I left. I found a job before that even happens.
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't good, man. It wasn't a good work. I mean, you know what? It was easy now compared to where I am now. Where I'm at now, it's like, holy crap, the amount of work. But my last job, I saw my kid for 45 minutes a day, and I couldn't do that. I did that for a year, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I don't care, how much money or whatever, but it wasn't working out well.
All right.
So I started interviewing. I got this one, and now I'm in training. I'll be in training for like 3 months, and then I'll start that 3 days on, 4 days off. So I'm excited.
I hear you. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, guys. Let me just go make a coffee, and I'll be right back. Jeeves, I granted you controls. Let me just.
What? This will be a learning experience.
Reefkeeper says he run his 2 gyres, 250s on. He run them at 40%. I have the 230s, and I run them. I run one at 100% when the other one is off. Don't like the wave pumps. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'll be right back, guys. I just got to make some coffee. Falling asleep a little bit.
Does any of you guys knows how to use the switch? I know that a lot of people on the on YouTube videos, they have posts that they use it for like the lights and floats. But what else can you use the switch for?
A switch on the Neptune?
Yeah, on the Neptune.
Oh, you'll have to wait for O then.
Are you talking about the switches or the ports itself, or are you talking about like the float switches?
No, I'm talking about the breakout box.
Oh, you could use them to like put like those magnetic lights on the doors. So whenever you open the doors, the lights on your cabinet come on automatically.
What else can you use it for?
Yeah, that's all I know. I mean, that's all I was looking to do with mine. I mean, that and float switches, that's basically the only thing that I could think of. You could put float switches like on your ATO, like on the what do you call it, the ATO container, like a high and a low or something like that, so you could get warnings of when the water's too high or too low, and also like in your sump. So float switches basically.
So if I put a float switch on the ATO reservoir and it gets too low, I can get an alarm saying that
Right.
it's low, and I can turn off that pump.
Exactly. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, anything that you need to know on, off, full, not full, yeah, the breakout box is good for.
But you can't. For example, you can get an LED strip, cut the cables, put it into the breakout box, and can you tell that breakout box turn it on and turn it off like a normal on and off switch? Like, do you have to have the magnetic or no?
No, you can't plug anything into the breakout box, but you can have the the Neptune, the Apex is going to read closed or open, and then you can trigger events based on closed or open. So you can say, like what Exclusive said with the cabinet. So when my cabinet doors are closed, my stuff is open. But when my doors are open, actually, I forgot what state it is, but essentially when my cabinet doors are open,
it's on.
I program. Yeah, it's on. I program it to turn on my lights. So you can't have the what happens is the Apex reads the state of the switches, and then you can program whatever from it. You can say, you can put a button, you can literally put a doorbell button beside your tank and say, when I press this button, turn on this light, like the possibilities are endless, but it's just a open, close, on, off, things like that.
Like you could do that with the power strip you're talking about, directly into the breakout box. But anytime you want to turn on the light, you're gonna have to do it manually, because you don't have like you don't have like the magnetic sensor that turns it on and off.
It's not like if you plug the strip into the EBA or EB4, and through your Apex Fusion you turn on and off manually.
The same thing, yeah. It'll be the same thing with the breakout box.
It will be the same thing?
Yeah, because you don't have anything that makes contact to say turn it on or off when this happens. That's why I was saying, like, if you use those magnets, so when the magnets touch each other, it turns off the lights. When you break them apart, basically it turns on the lights.
Right. So let's just say I have a strip. I have a strip. I'm not in. I'm at work, and I have a little camera on my sump area where I can see if everything. I want to see the sump. Right. It's just I'm at work, and I go into my Apex Fusion. I go to the camera, and I want to turn on the light. Can I go to the Apex Fusion and turn on that strip that is connected to the breakout box?
You can.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on a second. Let's back up here. Let's break up here. Let's back up here. I think we're mixing up like terminologies here. Breakout box is a module for the Apex. I think what you're talking about is like the power strip, right? Is that what you're referring to, power strip?
I'm referring to what you can do with the power strip with the EBA, right? That if you go to your Apex Fusion and you just click on and off, you can turn on and off things.
Yes.
Does the breakout box, can I do the same thing? When you have the breakout box connected to the Apex Fusion, can you click on and off if you wanted to?
No.
Okay.
It's just a read. It just reads.
It just reads.
Just
Gotcha.
State. It doesn't. Yeah. It just reads state. You can't physically trigger on, off, close, open.
That's okay. That's what I want to know. Gotcha.
Yeah. Reefer Gill, my cabinet lights will turn off if there's an issue with the tank, not just when the magnets break apart. Pretty sweet. I know I was telling CJ, I ordered I ordered a switch. You know what I want to do is when I'm ready to shoot video, you press a button and everything on the tank goes into, let's say, video mode. Like the Kessels turn to all white, the pump goes low, my gyres will turn down. Like that's gonna be like video mode, and it'll do that for like 30 minutes and then or an hour, 1 hour. So I was talking to CJ about that. Now I want a button that says film, and I'm gonna just press one button beside the tank, boom, and do all of that. Reef Keeper said he's buzzed. DC Reefer, I got the Apex. Just a few more things I want to get with it. Yeah, man. Trident will be the game changer for me. Oh. I know a lot of people say that the Trident, man. I mean, initially, man, I'm not going to replace testing with the Trident. I think I'm just going to use the Trident for watching trends, but I don't know. Hey, Reefer Gill, I had the flow meters, and to be honest, I thought they would be more useful than they were. And when I redid my sump a few weeks ago, I took them off, and I'm just gonna sell them. Yeah, to be honest, I thought they'd be more useful to be like, hey, I'm sending 300 versus 315 gallons to the tank. Listen, it didn't change anything. Like turning the pump up by 20% to get some arbitrary number to the display tank. At least in my situation, it didn't affect anything for me. So when it was time to decide, I took it. Plus, the 1-inch flow sensor uses some unions, and I couldn't find the unions, and I was selling them for $15 plus $15 shipping, and I didn't want to pay that, so I just took them off. All right, guys, my water is warm, and so let me just go make a coffee. I'll be right back.
All right.
Jeeves, the floor is yours.
Oh, Lord. You got me researching battery backups here.
Sounds like a good job to start at.
Do what?
Sounds like a good job to start at.
Oh man, it's not adding up to me. Like I'm looking at this battery backup. If you put in the input on their little website of calculating how long it's going to be, it tells you like 1.8 hours. But then I did the electrical engineering calculation on amp hours, and it should run for about 10 hours with one gyre, which is what I said originally.
All right.
But I got a phone call into my my electrical engineer on call here.
All right, I'm back. And since they ran out of Be Easy mugs, I just took the time to just make my own Be Easy.
There you go.
Like, go fix me a coffee, yo.
I like that. I like that.
So, CJ, if you're watching, if you're catching it tomorrow, just be easy, brother. You
know what I forgot? It's about to drive me crazy right now. Oh,
what?
I don't know what I can do about it. The old Apex, because the heartbeat's on, now I keep getting noticed that it can't connect to it.
Oh.
I can't even shut that off unless I hook that up.
Actually, you should be able to go into your Apex Fusion and turn off alerts.
Right.
Because the Apex Fusion is what's sending you the messages.
I don't know.
Hang on a second, Rico. Let me check this out for you.
I didn't set it
sorry,
up.
I'm in the car. I can't look at it right now. But yeah, the Apex Fusion is what's actually got the out in the cloud, and that's what's actually sending you the messages.
What is DC talking?
But see, yeah, no. But here's what you don't want to do though, Rico. You know what's gonna happen. If you don't mind, you know what? If you don't mind relinking that Apex when it's time to reconnect it, you can delete it from your system. All you have to do is plug it in.
Oh.
No. You don't have to do anything now. I mean, just go into your Apex Fusion and delete it. Because if you turn off Heartbeat, I think it's going to turn it off for all the Apexes in your system.
But no, I can turn off notifications for right now, right? For just that part of that Apex, right?
You should be able to.
Let me see. I can't turn off notification for a single Apex. It's just a general control.
Go on. Yeah, it's a single control, but if you flip that to no, that should turn off the notices for that device.
Yeah, but he has multiple Apexes, so he's leaving home tomorrow. He doesn't want something to go wrong with it. He has 2 Apexes connected to his account. He only wants to turn off notification for one.
Right.
So if you do it in Fusion, the way the easiest way to do it is to go into Fusion and turn off notification. That's going to turn off notification for his entire system. He doesn't want to.
It should only turn it off for the tank that you're actually going into.
Well, there's nothing I could do for as far as notification on the entire system. My stuff is basic. What am I being notified at this point? Nothing besides the internet's out. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I was just sitting here. He knows I'm basic. You got to keep it simple.
There should be a show notification control for his old one, and there should be a show notification control for his new one.
There's nothing that my system is designed to do is going to do any. Like, it's literally on off. If all power goes off, when power comes back, this pump comes on first, and that's it. Or if the heat goes beyond 79, which that's not going to happen anytime soon, then cut the heaters off. And really, it's only 2 heaters. The third heater's on its own dedicated circuit. In case the Apex blows up, I still got a heater fighting to keep the water temperature right. So
where is all right? I think there's one thing I missed. Where are you? Where are you?
Seymour.
Yo.
Quick question: Can the EV8 brain run on the Apex Junior, the 4 outlet? Like, will it override? Will it treat the Apex Junior as just an outlet?
You know what? I don't know. A good question.
What's the question?
will the will the Apex brain, right, for the one that comes with the EB8, will if you plug that into Apex Junior, will it basically trump the Apex Junior and treat the Apex Junior as an EB4?
Yes, you'll still have your original 4 sockets, but what'll happen is you'll add the EB8 sockets to the command console of the Junior.
Right.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. The brain that comes with the EB8s.
Right.
Like for like the Apex Classics. If I was supposed to basically plug that brain into the the Apex Junior.
No, you don't do
which
that.
Which would take priority, or you just can't do that?
You don't do that, because those are the power supplies for your Aquabus. So you'd have 2 power supplies hooked in, and that would have a good chance of blowing something.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you're only supposed to have 1 master power source on your Aquabus connectors.
Oh, okay.
What you would do is you would just have them both turned on at the same time, and you would just, anything you wanted on the EV4, you'd go to your Junior tank and set that up. You just have 2 tanks. Each controller is considered a tank.
Okay. My signal's
somebody else is driving.
Right now.
You know what I didn't do? We did. Did we? Did I? Yeah, we did. Never mind.
What was it, Rico?
Nothing. I forgot. We did name it. 650. I don't know.
I'm still looking up to see the heartbeat thing. It's interesting.
I'm looking at this pH probe. It's still off bad. There's no way it's 7.92 in my tank. This is retarded.
I know there used to be a house icon, but when the Fusion update, All right, let me go watch this video. I'll be right back.
All right.
What are you guys trying to do?
Turn off the note. Well, right now I don't have the other Apex hooked up. I'm not going to do it. That's going to take some time. And plus I need another Ethernet cord, a long one, and run it from over this side of the house to the other side of the house.
Okay.
Because it's not wireless. The old one's not wireless. It needs to be hardwired in. So therefore, I need to, right now I'm going to keep getting notifications, every 30 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So that's that. Also, why do I got a caution light on the EB8 32? Am I drawing too much watts or something?
That I'm not sure. I don't have an EB8.
All right, figured it out. Scott was right. Yes, you can turn off heartbeat.
Ye of little faith.
I know how to do it globally. All right, Rico, let me present my screen and just walk you through it quickly.
You know I can't get to the other one because it's offline, right? Or
yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. You just need to get to the Apex interface.
Oh.
All right.
Because the Apex is in the cloud. The Apex is what's connected to the internet. Your device that's not connected can't send you a message because it's not hooked up to anything.
You know what? He might be right, because once you have an Apex that, all right, Rico, so you would go into, this is yours here. Well, let me do mine. You would click into, you know what? He might be right, because the minute you click into an Apex that's not available, it pops up a message and you can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
Right.
So you can do this. See if you can click into it. See if you can click into it, and then click the house drop down here, Red Sea Reefer.
Right.
And then heartbeat right here.
Right. All right, let me.
Does it have to be up for like 24 hours?
Yeah, it says it must. You know, I think the heartbeat feature goes away after a while. Like, it's not going to ping you all day.
Yeah, just Apex disconnected, and it won't let you go.
Yeah, it won't let you do
It won't
anything.
let you go into it?
Nope.
No, it has
That's
to be.
strange.
It has to be like fully connected for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like no interruptions.
Yeah.
I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm gonna have to listen to this thing all weekend long.
Just delete it. Just delete it, and then are you gonna set it up tonight on the frag tank, on the other tank?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. If I click this little button, it says Apex disconnected. Available updates available. Let me see.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. So all I got to do is just connect. I could just bring it over here. I don't got to hook up. All I need is the brain. That's all. And right. That's it. Power support and right. Oh.
Wait, what's going on?
How lovely is this?
So essentially, background. Rico has got a new Apex today.
Yeah.
So he disconnected the old Apex and connected the new one. Now, because he didn't delete the old one, which he doesn't want to because he wants to maintain the old settings, he's going to use it on a frag tank. It keeps sending him alerts to his phone saying, oh, it can't find the old Apex. But he doesn't just want to delete it from his account. He wants to keep it there because, he wants to, just be able to plug it in and reconfigure it. So it keeps sending him alerts and say, I can't find an Apex. I can't find an Apex. So what he's essentially going to do now is plug in his Apex just so he can turn off the light, which to me is weird.
Hey Simon, how do you how do you put the picture on the right there on the Apex Fusion?
Okay, so why ain't this coming on?
Oh, these are not pictures. These are not video. This is just a picture. You just basically click on this little. Is it here? Yeah. You just click on this little gear right under the photo, and then add, and you put in the exact address. See where it says URL? You put in the exact address where that photo is. So what I have these on. Where did I have these? I have these on Flickr. So I just copied the static Flickr address, and that's what that is.
Oh, Flickr. So you have to get a Flickr or photo bucket in order for you to have a picture.
Anywhere that allows you to share photos, like it could be IMG or anywhere that allows you to share photo. But you always want to get the direct link to the photo. Like if you look at this, it's going to take me to the photo only. Some places it takes you to a page that shows the photo and like ads around it. You need the static address. So
gotcha.
Yep. Oh man, that was when my tank. That was before I started mucking around with my tank. Look at that.
That says good.
Look at that. How beautiful that was, man. Just messed that bad boy up.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now I'm in. Now I can get in. All right, so you said go to that and go to heartbeat, right? And disable, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And go to the cloud with it, right? Heartbeat update. Okay.
All right.
Hopefully.
That is strange that doesn't let you in.
Yeah.
Hey, Reefer Gill, share screen, Reefer, no? Right.
I'm going to have to experiment with that one.
Can he go through the classic dashboard? He's using the 2016 Apex. So everything that you can do classic dashboard, no, because the Apex isn't connected. So the thing is he disconnected the Apex and it's no longer plugged in. So, I guess it's a safety feature to let you know that. I guess that's kind of a warning to everybody that if you're going to take the Apex off your system, just delete it or take off notification first.
Right. Also, there's an update for it. So can I just, since I got it plugged in, I can update it real quick too, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is giving me an AOS update. I don't remember this. Just go with the Windows. Please read the entire page. Start starting. Okay, don't do it on power supply.
Well, to upgrade Rico, you have to have connected to the directly to a Ethernet cable, right? You cannot do it
Yeah, it
wirelessly.
says no, not for the old Apex. Use the Apex web interface. Back up your current configurations just in case something goes wrong. I don't know nothing about that. Download the Apex Flash zip file from here. Okay. So just push this, I guess.
Yep. Hey,
open a folder, file Windows download, usually download folder.
So
this might make you feel better. This might make you feel better, Rico. Like C-Dub said, well, not feel better, but C-Dub said he had a pH probe. He had a jacked up pH probe that was off by 0.6, which is yours is off by 0.25, so way more than 0.6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I might have to get another one because I still feel like it's totally not right. It's totally off.
And you tried calibrating it? It's not working.
Yeah. It's throwing a round number. I don't know what's wrong with it. Right click. Let's see. Screenshot this so I know what the hell I'm doing.
Hey, Reefer Gill, is there anything you want to know? Like, let me open my Apex here.
Oh, Seymour, there's something I want to know.
All right, here you go, Reefer Gill. Like, let me know. Oh, my pH. Man, my pH is 7.72. Woohoo! Oh, my refugium light isn't on. Why is my refugium? All right, guys, give me un momento, por favor.
Okay, let's see. So you must directly connect Apex network cable. Blah, blah, blah. We did that. Okay, download, extract. All right, select extract all. You must, okay, we know that. If you are, the connection to your Apex to your home router is not possible. Disable Wi-Fi. Disable Wi-Fi on your PC common. And switch. Okay, I don't know nothing about that.
I'll pay the toll.
All right, click.
Man, we got flooded already.
I don't know why this ain't letting me do it. I'm not understanding it. Apex Flash Utilities update. See? Well, my Perry usually download. File was downloaded. Usually downloaded file folder and click on the file name to select all. have no idea. Love my pay grade. Oh, extract off.
All right, guys. I noticed my pH was type of low, and I think because my refugium wasn't on. So.
Seymour.
No. Yep.
So my Apex doesn't alert me if I get disconnected from the internet.
It doesn't alert you if you what?
If I get disconnected from the internet, if it gets
go to heartbeat.
No, but the heartbeat's enabled. I just never get a notification.
Oh, you didn't set up your cell phone and.
Yeah, no, I get like notifications like if it runs hot or like those basic things. But how you doing? But I don't get like notification like if I turn my router off. Thank you. And what's it called? Like if I turn my router off just to test it, I don't get a notification that it lost connectivity.
I wonder why that is. You should be getting those notifications, man.
Yeah, it's weird because the heartbeat's enabled, but I just never got a thing. I mean, I never typed it in to do it, but I thought it was like automatic.
Yeah, I get, not only do I get the notifications, but you know, you can set it up to get emails and stuff. I don't know.
Is it something you have to like set up, tell it to do, or is it like standard?
No, once you have the app installed on your phone, you should get notifications through the app.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, is it something you have to tell, like if you lose connectivity, hit me up?
No, once you have Heartbeat connected, it should work, and you have a Heartbeat enabled. But what you can do is, I don't know if you can see, if you go back to the main area, you can you can check your settings and see where your notification settings are, and see if, you know, like, I think if you guys are looking here, you can see, that's my wife's phone. We can see all my iPhones or whatever devices the stuff is installed on. It sends notification. I turned off email because I don't want emails. But if you look here, if you go to, you know, when you're on the home page, if you click on your name in the top right and hit settings and then go to notifications, you should see all the phones and devices that are enabled.
Okay. I gotta try that when I get back home.
So Dave says, how does it notify you if it can't get online? So the actual thing itself doesn't notify you. What happens is the Apex servers try to ping his device. And if it doesn't get in touch with it after like 3 minutes, it notifies him. So it's not his device that's sending anything out. It's supposed to check in. Actually, it's supposed to check in with the server like once every few minutes or periodically. And if it doesn't check in, that's when it sends you the notification.
That's probably what it was. I unplugged it real quick just to see what would happen. Like literally just like unplug it, plug it back in.
No. It's not gonna do that. It's gonna try. I think if it disconnects like a certain amount of time for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. No, 1 second is not gonna do it. Nah.
No.
Okay.
Or you'd get a lot of notifications then. A lot of them. Yeah, you get a lot of notifications. I gotta get Dave in this Apex world, man. Do. I believe Trident will keep our hands out of the tank. DC Reefer is really high on this Trident, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a game changer, man.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll see.
I know even Rico's gonna get it.
Can you even get Trident right now?
No, the Trident.
When it comes out.
Not Trident.
Trident. Dent. Like,
the Trident.
Yeah, like the gun.
Well, you know, it's out for Coral View and what's the name? And the Alcatronic, the company that makes the Focus one, they're releasing it. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. These other companies are selling Just an alka monitor for $1,000. Apex is selling 3 for $600. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, of course I'm excited. Of course I want to try it. But I think I'd have to trust it first a lot before I have it like do any kind of auto dosing for me. I don't think so. I'd have to.
Yeah, see what's gonna happen is I'm gonna wait for O to try it for like 2 to 3 months, and then I'll get an opinion of it.
Oh, thanks.
Never. I'm not gonna touch a Gen 1. When the Gen 2 comes out, then I'll touch. I'll mess
yeah,
with
the
it.
Gen 2. There you go.
Yeah, but like realistically, like I don't think people realize like the window that has opened. Like, you know what I mean? Like alkalinity, calcium, and magnesium are like the first. I can fully imagine like Gen 2 being able to do potassium, strontium, and iodine. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth till not necessarily it's going to be as capable as like an ICP test, but almost anything that you could titrate, I'm pretty sure like with a simple titration, like, you know, the home test kits, I could pretty much see it doing it, even replacing Hannah, and you know what I mean, doing like.
No, I don't think so. Just because of how much it's going to cost, you have to buy the $800 Apex, the latest version, and then you have to buy the $600 unit on top of that. So you're looking at $1,400 just for testing. Whereas the average hobbyist will still use Hannah or the regular checkers.
All right, yeah, but you're looking at it from a price point. I'm looking at it from fully automation point. Whereas, okay, if you do have that kind of money to spend and you have solenoids that, okay, if it tests your phosphate and your phosphates come back high, it could open a solenoid to your GFO reactor or tweak your algae lighting or something and then test it again to see if it brings it down. That's the angle I'm looking at it from. I'm not looking at it from an angle where price is a problem. If you get what I'm saying. I'm looking at it how everything could talk to each other.
The average reefer.
No, I fully understand what you're saying. No, I definitely get what you're saying. But the way technology is advancing and price points are coming down for technology, I could see this within 5 years being able to do a lot of stuff and it being able to, like, that's what they're really going for with Trident is supposed to be a closed loop system. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could see everything like flow sensors, all that kind of stuff, like solenoids just interacting with each other on a closed loop basis. And you as the reef owner, you're just supposed to double check everything here and there to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, if you get what I'm saying.
I'm lost.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, definitely. Are you supposed to be dosing potassium and iodine, or with just, or not really? If you
well,
can,
I'm supposed to be because I have none.
I was talking away and I was on mute. Oh. No, I was saying, man, I don't think the price of this stuff is going to go down. I really don't. I've been saying that about the Apex for years. And guess what? Yeah. The new one that came out was more expensive. So go figure. Yeah. So, I you know what? Potassium. Yeah, you got to ask Rico about that. Like potassium and iodine, like I don't test for this stuff, so I don't dose it personally. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're running Triton, so you're dosing potassium whether you like it or not.
Well, yeah, I don't test for it. Right. So I don't dose it separately. What I meant to say. I don't dose it separately. I know the last time it said my potassium and iodine were low, a little on the low side. I didn't dose it. All I did was, as I was doing the water changes to remove,
facilitate it,
reduce the phosphates, it balanced out by itself. So
Rico, do we need to dose potassium?
Depends on what you're trying to do. Are you doing a water change?
I'm doing water change twice a month, about 20 gallons. every time. I'm dosing two. I'm dosing 2 parts plus magnesium. And that's it. But I hear a lot of people about potassium, iodine, and essential elements, and there's a lot of things out there. So I don't know if I need to. I don't need to.
Well, I mean, you're getting a lot of this stuff from what you're, obviously your water change, but I mean, it's basically the potassium iodine is like, it's one of those things that it's important to, overall the health of corals, and helps them to basically adapt to spectrum and light intensity and some other things. But I don't like talking about it because a lot of people on here ain't even, you know what I mean? You start dosing stuff, and get yourself in a pickle, I mean, if you're going to take it to the next level, you really need to make sure you know why you're dosing potassium iodine and stuff like that. Iodine, overall, health of the corals, help with some coloration, help with zoas and, soft corals and even your hard corals. But you really need to understand why you're dosing it. I mean, if you're doing,
Gotcha.
water changes, then you're getting a significant amount in that, It's more, I feel like it's more for, I mean, if you do water change, yeah, you can add like a mil of iron and some of these other trace elements here and there to just kind of give it a little boost in between water changes. But somebody like me that doesn't do water changes, well, it's pretty much a half too,
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm sitting here paying attention because I'm trying to update this old Apex, and see if I did it right. I don't know.
That thing is so complicated. I hate updating it. It's so complicated because you don't know if you did it right.
It tells you if you did it right.
Yes, it says it's complete. So
exactly. I'm just like, did it update or not?
Yes, if it says update complete and it does not have any error codes, then yes, it did it correctly.
And you must have the Ethernet cable connected to it, right? You cannot do it wirelessly.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I did it right because
it's working.
Yeah, I went back down to the little whatchamacallit for update. There's no more, not giving me an update, so I guess updated to the latest version.
Yep.
So, yes, I did it right. So that's that.
And people have done the newer ones wirelessly. The problem is if you have any interference, you're risking ruining your entire Apex. So it's really not worth it.
What'd you say?
If you do it wirelessly, I mean, it can technically be done on the new ones.
Oh, I did it. I did this once wirelessly because I never read all the instructions, and it worked. It worked.
Right, you're just risking it because if you get interference and you drop your connection while it's doing it, whoops.
Yeah, that's where I think gets you in a pickle, right?
I think the newer one works a little bit different, where the new one works a little bit different, where it downloads the entire file to the Apex first before it starts doing the update, while the old one is sort of
a zip file. You got to download the zip file and then put it in a place where you can get to it to make those updates, to do that update. Seem like.
That's a pain. My old one needs updating, but I just don't want to run. It's very far from my router. I just don't want to run like a 30-foot Ethernet cable.
Just disconnect everything off of it and just bring the brain to it and be done. Let it sit off
for a laptop.
Or bring the laptop to it. No, you still need the Ethernet. You need the Ethernet. Yeah, you need to.
So that's a good idea. Just bring the brain over. That's actually a good idea.
That's what I just did.
Well, with the Apex Junior, the brain is the EB4, so no separating. Yeah, that thing is plugged up behind a dresser.
I don't have the Junior. I have the Light.
Yeah.
I have the Classic. So you're saying get the brain, because mine I gotta run like a 50 foot long wire up to my tank. Is downstairs, the router. So
Yeah.
you're saying bring just the
Shut
brain
everything.
downstairs.
Let everything shut up. Shut everything off, and just bring the brain to it. It ain't gonna take that long.
That makes sense.
I mean, up to you, but
no, that sounds a lot easier than me bringing a cable from downstairs up here.
DC Reefer's really gung ho for this Trident, man. I'm gonna use it as a monitor. I'm not gonna use it to.
Why? What's going on? What's going on in the chat, man? What you keep? What is he doing?
No, they're talking about the Neptune Trident, and
Oh, I'm going for that Trident too. That's why I wanted the new Apex.
I'm going for that Trident too, but I'm not gonna. I'm only gonna use it as a monitor, not to dose.
Oh, it ain't gonna dose my system. Hell no. Hell no. Craig, you done fell out of monkey tree.
Oh man, you scared?
I think it's gonna need a year.
I ain't about being scared. I ain't no damn dummy no more. Excuse me,
but Rico, imagine this, like having it be able to like.
No, I'm not gonna imagine it because it's irrelevant.
No, you're just like, that's all I'm gonna do is imagine. I ain't gonna do it.
Nah, I mean, I like the fact that it's gonna be able to test all your parameters. But, you know, if something is a little whack, you still need your test kit. You need to have a second opinion. You need to keep up on it. You need to make sure that everything is saying what it says in the first place. If not, you're going to wish you did. So I don't have DC's money, if that's what y'all talking about. DC just don't let it. I don't got DC's money. DC got long pockets, man. He got a sweet job. I wish I had his job. That man come and go as he please. He let himself in late at night, work on his tanks like it's his second home. I ain't got DC's money, but I ain't gonna play with my cores like that in the first place.
Hey man, DC gonna be my guinea pig. I'm gonna let it dose his system. Hey DC, you know what you should do?
How is DC how's DC gonna be dosing? Reactor or just a regular?
Now, you know what DC gonna be doing?
I'm not asking those questions. I'm
gonna leave it alone. We'll get an update.
I just want him to put it on the Nano Challenge tank. Like that's where I want him to test it on. You know, another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust for me. Just DC, just test it on the Nano Challenge tank, and we'll be good.
All right, what makes test kits accurate? None of them are actually accurate. It's within the range. You pick that number, you stick to it. That's what your tank's at. So that's over 20 years of saying. And guess what? You do you.
DC, I'm not saying I wouldn't trust it, but I'm not taking a first
DC got a couple drinks.
I'm not taking a first gen product, the first thing of its kind. And listen, if Pinpoint,
he's egging you on now.
I know.
Hey,
I'm just saying,
drinking right now, something. Man.
If Pinpoint released like an alkalinity and stuff monitor or HANA, I'd more test it because that's a testing and scientific equipment company. You know, if Pinpoint did it, or HANA, or what's the one with the digital refractometer? Like I'd more test it, but
Milwaukee.
This is Neptune's. Listen, I'm not dissing Neptune. I'm just taking the wait and see approach. Like this is an equipment controller company making like some kind of scientific test stuff. So I'm not going to trust it to dose my tank. I'll use it to monitor, and then a year after, I'll see if it's good. Then I'll think. And even then, I'll probably have it just dose like an extra mil per day, not see my alk at 6 and bring it up to 8 now. I'll probably have it adjusted by like 1 mil, but nah, man.
I think DC's gonna hook the Trident up to his ATO and float switches.
Listen,
He
gonna have the best Apex in the world. In fact, DC, you should take over these, man. You should be here because I want to see your Apex on your nano tank when it's done with.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't jump on no ICP, so yeah, he talking to all them people like everybody else that was trying it. I see where he's going with it. But look, you got your BEs.
hey, Dave. Yes, CJ. I still got a tank. Look, and I got my Be Easy mug too.
Hey, I wish everybody the best of luck on however they do their reefs, man. It's been a great day.
Reefing with O, do you think the tech guys made the chemistry part? Y'all crazy. Yeah. No, all I'm saying is it's a first generation product. I'm not gonna have it handled myself.
We all know first gens always have their
somebody gets cracked upside their head on anything first gen.
Yep. You ever bought a first gen car, Rico?
Nope.
I have. It's the worst mistake. First gen cars are the worst.
Here's an interesting statistic. Go see if you can find how many dose units that Apex made have failed.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Me neither.
That would be a very interesting thing to see is how many doses have malfunctioned and overdosed a tank before.
DC said, I think at this point now DC's trolling. DC said iPhone was a first gen product, right? DC, I had that phone. It sucked. It didn't even have 3G. When everyone else had 3G, it had 2G. So yes, it does.
No, DC is not like first gen being bad. It's first gens always have kinks that need to be worked out.
Oh yeah, no, DC, it will get better over time, but that's what we're saying. We'll wait. Yeah. Alex said he'll wait a year or two and see. I'm saying a year. Yeah.
You know what? I think a good example to this.
I think it needs to be looked at like this. Think about it as your first reef tank, your first gen reef tank. You sucked. Period. Point blank. You killed everything. You sucked. As you keep doing it, you get better with time. That's all, right? Can we agree to disagree? Have a good chance.
Yeah.
I think you got it right, Rico, on that. I mean, a good example lately. Look at the Vector pumps. Ecotech's been making a lot of changes to them because they had problems with the first generation. It happens. It's mechanical.
Yeah. But was the first generation a bad pump?
What was the what?
Was the first gen Vector pump a bad pump?
I think that there were a lot of people that had problems with them. You go on the forums, you can see quite a few people had issues with the way the magnet was being cooled in the housing, pumps seizing up, pumps failing.
Have to be funny.
Also, I know the temperature, they were way off with the way they were measuring temperature and things like that. So I remember they had to release a firmware update for the Vectras because they were like artificially, like whatever. I'm going to chalk it up to a software error, but they weren't telling you the true internal temperature of the pump or something. So.
Yeah, and it's not to say the product's bad. It's just when you release a new piece of hardware that's got software, mechanical pieces, there's growing pains.
I think DC's on a roll right now, and I'm gonna chalk this one up to DC, brother. You win. So,
what's called?
What's going on? Y'all
Rico.
What?
Dave Lopez in the chat got a calcium reactor question.
Okay.
He says he's trying to pull a trigger on a Skims internal calcium reactor.
No. You don't. If you're gonna ask me a calcium reactor, it's got to be MRC or refocusing.
Even if it's not,
should you get one rated for 200 gallons or 300 gallons?
Even if it's not, I listen. The Skims skimmers are okay, but the pumps suck. But you can replace them with J-Bolt pumps. The Skims equipment it's cheap, but you get what you pay for. Like I've used a lot of Skims reactors, biopellet reactors. Them stuff is they don't seal properly. They don't it's not the best stuff, so I wouldn't.
Watch CJ's calcium reactor videos and then go Geo's.
Yeah, Geo or MRC. That's unless you want to go with Bill Wan and really get your wall out with Bill Wan with his calcium reactors and everything else. But other than that, Nah.
Well, Dave, you heard the verdict. Dave, you heard the verdict.
I've been running them too long, and I know what they're capable of doing, and I'm only going to talk about things that I know about. So.
Hey, Gil, I am going to get the first Trident. I never said I'm not going to get it. It's just that I'm not going to set up automatic dosing based on what it's telling me. Nobody ever said we weren't going to get it. Like, we're going to get it. Like, even Rico said he's going to get it.
Yeah, I'm going to get it, but I'm going to wait till everybody else get hit upside the head with the monkey wrench first. That's all.
Yeah.
But I will definitely never, ever just let it dose my tank. Hell
yeah, that's the thing is, I think we've gone off track. We never said we're not going to get it. We're just not going to have it.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it in a position of decision. I think it's I think it's going to be an awesome piece of equipment. Period. Hands down. I honestly believe that. I will never get rid of my calcium reactor. I will never allow it to dose anything. The calcium reactor, set it, forget it, period, point blank. But I like the fact that it will do all your testing. And it's basically, you set it for 3 times, 4 times a day, and you got your paper dialogue instead of me sitting here doing it, unless something's off, and then I manually come in with my test kit to test, and then I have to jot it down. It's doing it for you with the Apex. So I think it's a great concept. I think, once again, kudos to, Neptune and them coming together to make this stuff happen.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
The Trident.
Gotcha.
The gum.
Yeah. Supposed to be about 600 and supposed to be coming.
How did they even get the rights to that name? That's interesting.
Oh, I don't know.
They got the name because it's the weapon that the sea gods basically have. It's the 3-bladed spear. And
no, I'm talking about,
you asked Rico to show you the probe holder he made for the calcium reactor. What is that? What I miss?
Did you make a probe holder for the calcium reactor?
Oh yeah. The lights is off. Yeah, it's over there. Yeah. There you go.
Chris Fish Room.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Let's be easy, man. Be easy. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna pour out a little. My keyboard's right here. Sorry, I was gonna pour out a little coffee for you, but thank you.
What happened?
Man. Listen, man. Listen, man.
Using a paper because I'm going to what?
I'm going to say you in the paper. You were in the paper.
He said pager.
Oh, he ain't talking to me. Shit.
Yeah. He said y'all still paying with cash. He paying with plastic.
Yeah, bullshit.
You know what still works when the internet goes down?
Cash,
baby.
Yeah, but what happens when the government goes down?
Ooh. Gold.
Exactly.
Ammunition.
Listen, man. I know Woody, and he knows the Queen, so I'm good. I'll just move to England.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, DC.
Told him to ask you about one you made to run. Yeah, I have to. I'll take a picture and send it to him because it's yeah, you gotta have one. It just makes things 10 times easier, man.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Make a video of it, Rico.
Yeah, it's been a while since I made one. A couple people wanted me to make them, man.
Rico, DC showed an older georeactor on his stream.
Yeah, it's the one I got running the frag tank. Yeah, my other. Yeah.
C-Dub, man, I miss my beeper. Oh, I love my beeper.
You had a beeper?
Oh, man, I never even had that bad boy connected. I just act like I got
I remember when they looked like garage door openers. I had one.
You gotta impress.
Wait, do you remember the cell phone in your in the center console?
I remember the backpack cell phone, the side man bag cell phone, man.
Nah, I remember my parents had the cell phones.
You had to have your wallet out back then to have one of those.
Oh yeah, I remember my parents had the cell phones that you had to walk around with like 3 batteries, man.
Man, I remember.
Bubba, listen, I don't even want to talk about what.
I remember my StarTAC. You flip out your StarTAC phone.
Oh yeah,
little Sprint phone or the OmniPoint phone. Oh man, yep. But I remember my beeper.
Man,
I was glad when we had the razors and the StarTAC and all that come out because man, them other phones, man, it'd be great.
You remember when phones? You remember when phones started getting smaller and smaller? Where the smaller it was,
Man, I had a paper. I had one that was like literally like paper thin, man. I thought that was the coolest
I had
thing.
one that was opening.
What,
that
the razor?
God.
I remember.
DC must have been drinking tonight, man.
DC said, "I remember manual testing kits."
I will still always manually test, man. Period, point blank. Everybody's got to do what they got to do, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, that would be dope though if they had like a test, like a automatic testing kit station. So you just go to the tank, grab the vial of water, pop them in.
The thing is, you can't even. I mean, yeah, man. Listen, even our manual tests are not even accurate. They go bad. The reagents go bad. Things go bad. That's the only bad part about it. Ain't nothing guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's it. And I mean, they'll probably be, listen, even your milk in your refrigerator goes bad if you don't do it, even before its expiration date sometimes. Dead serious. So, it's just one of those.
The Trident's supposed to be what, 500ths of accuracy on the DKH?
They said about metal halides, I still got them. I don't know what was said about them. A lot of people still use them. A lot of people are actually going back to them. As quiet as it kept. It is what it is, though.
And some people that have never used them are going to try them.
Yeah, exactly. LEDs taking over. At the end of the day, I just look at it like this, man. Everybody got to do what they got to do for themselves.
Oh man, but I'm about to hop off. I gotta go have these bartenders make me a drink.
I need one too.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. I'll holler at you guys later.
All right, holla, bro.
Yeah.
I really had an old cell phone with ghost voice on it. No joke. All right. American Reefing getting ready for the snowstorm.
Yeah, we're supposed to get hit.
Ooh.
Yep, we're supposed to get hit, man.
We're getting some rain over here. Nothing too bad.
Oh, we've been in rain all day. Downpour. Now it's about to get hit with the cold stuff and snow. So who knows how the road's gonna be. It's supposed to be like this till like 4 in the morning or something, I think.
All right,
Rico, where you located?
In Ohio.
Ohio. Anybody knows anybody in Boston?
Yeah, why?
Because I don't know nobody in Boston.
I know one person in Boston.
What does he do? Like he has a tank?
She doesn't do anything with fish tanks. She just lives in Boston. Well, she works in Boston.
Mass is in New England somewhere. He likes fish tanks.
No, I'm talking about any aquarium stores and things like that.
Oh. Well, so you didn't specify that.
The Orphic is on sale for what, $200 off? Oh, but they have a limited quantity.
See, now that would be an LED that I'd try.
Yeah, a nice LED, man. But
it's like if a T5 could be an LED.
Oh wow.
Yeah, okay.
There's some kind of inside joke we don't know about?
Nah, he just upset because my zipper got stuck last night.
Whoa.
Oh man.
There better be some additional
Shots fired. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. Oh wow. Oh man. Oh man. I didn't know. All right. There's something there going on, but all right.
There ain't nothing going on.
They have E5 LED. What's an E5?
One step past the D4.
Oh, what's an E5?
An E5.
It says E5 LED for T5 fixture.
Oh, he might be talking about those. What's the company that makes those? Cree makes actual T5. They're shaped like T5s. You can actually connect them into T5s with ballast and everything like that. But the light is not an actual T5 fluorescent light. It's actually a strip of LEDs in there.
Mm.
It's what a lot of companies are starting to use to replace their office lighting, because what they can do is they can buy these LED strip bulbs and plug them in just as they were replacing a T5 bulb, and they don't have to replace all the fixtures and everything in their offices. Might be what he's talking about.
Could be. Bronx Reefer Brock. Is the Apex Classic still worth purchasing? If you get a good enough deal on one, I say yes, it's still worth.
I think it's all right for right now, but they're going to be discontinued.
Yeah.
Fair point, Mike.
Yeah, and if you get a great deal on it, I wouldn't pass it up. But
right.
At some point, the Trident is not going to be available for the old one. But I'm pretty sure in the future, a couple of years, there's going to be new stuff that's not available, or yours is going to behave slow. So if you get a good deal on it, just take it. If I was going to buy one new, I would definitely get the new one.
Yeah. Unless you're running a real small system and you only need a very small number, then the Junior is still a good deal.
Oh, I love the Junior on the nano tanks. A couple of timers and stuff, and a heater controller, and you're pretty close to 60% of the price of a new one. So,
yeah, and then you just pick which little modules you want in the future, and you can add a few.
Fisher Hex making frag racks while I listen. He likes the anti-Trident videos, so on point.
Hey, Fisher Hex, you still haven't talked about your Reef Bright LED Refugium lights yet.
Oh, he did that teaser video. He said it was going to be nice. Oh, you know what? I watched the video while I was washing dishes. I need to go watch it again.
Yeah, he like right at the end, he's like, "Oh yeah, this grows it faster and it's better." But we're going to talk about that next time. And then there is no next time.
He's done with it. Well, he had to get the Trident video out of his system.
What did I do with my?
Because I'm like one phone call away from buying those LEDs, and I want to know if they're any good or not.
Oh, you still liking that reef glass?
Those.
Do what?
That reef glass nano skimmer.
Yeah, I'm using one.
Me too.
So you still liking it?
I still like it.
Okay. So I'm about to put it in order here. I think I'm going to add one onto it.
Yeah, I like it. What size nano are you putting it on?
At 24 gallon.
Ooh, wait a second.
It's rated for up to 30 gallons, and I don't feed a lot, so it's not like I need a lot of.
All right. I like mine. I do like mine. I made a little skimmate locker for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get a nice. I use the air pump, which puts out a lot of air. So yeah, I do like mine. I'm doing a video on it.
You said the A pump, air pump?
Yeah. I mean, I use it. Dave uses it. A lot of people. Reef Dudes uses it. Yeah, it's a nice little nano skimmer.
This little bitty air pump is what you're talking about?
No, it's called the A pump air pump. You get it on
Yeah, it's like a little bitty puck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can also use you can also use the Tom's Aqua Lifter, but when you're pushing air with it, it's a little bit loud.
Yeah.
A pump is silent.
Yeah, that's about half the price of that Eheim one I was looking at.
Which one were you looking at before?
It's the one. I mean, I'm just looking right now. It's on Marine Depot. It's got adjustable output on the thing itself, on the pump itself, but it hangs. It's got the little bracket on it where you can hang it up. It's pretty good reviews.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Travis Fisher Hex. Yeah, he yeah. Listen, man, if at the point when I need more solution, if I can't get them, I'm gonna seriously reconsider. But
ESV.
Yeah, but I even think even more so than the fact that you can't get it. There's just no communication, man. That guy, whoever is handling customer service on the forums and stuff for Triton, is not helping. Is not helping at all. He's not. It's the communication is just lacking. And then there's a guy who, yeah, there's just. I think. Not that I'd stay on it, but I think I'd feel a lot better if they came out and said, hey, you know, we're experiencing a shortage because of blah, 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 and we're working to fix it. So please bear with us while we get through these technical difficulties. I'm not saying people wouldn't have switched from the method, but the fact is no communication, and they keep telling you it's coming in 2 weeks. I saw Joe Scaparetto at Manhattan Aquariums 2 months ago, and he kept saying, oh, we'll have them in stock in 2 weeks, no problem. And, you know, he said, oh, we'll have more. It's just one excuse after the other. Yeah, Travis is saying he had so many issues with Triton that you don't see. Not so much about how it works, just yeah. There's a guy on the forums, but like, yo, man, I messaged Tim at Triton, and then Tim came back and said, oh, I'm sorry, like condescending, like I've been on vacation for a week. Like, oh man, like, is it one guy? Like, people are having issues with the product. Is it one guy?
Yeah. Hey, I dropped the link in Hangouts to that air pump.
All right. The A pump, right?
No, the one I'm looking at, the Eheim.
Oh, the Eheim.
Now, I mean, I'm gonna look at the A pump now. I'd never heard of that one before.
I wonder if
So if you set your tank up the way Triton recommends and you run ESV solutions, what would Triton give you that ESV would not give you? Or a calcium reactor?
I don't know. Probably some macro elements you'd have to dose over time, but that's my rough guess. I don't know. At this point, I don't know.
I don't think anything.
Yeah.
I think the only advantage that it would give is that you dose all 4 bottles in actual equal elements, in equal amounts.
Are people really giving Travis shtick for I know he waited a long time before it went on Triton because the stuff wasn't available, but he said people saying I should have did water changes and waiting for the stock.
No, forget that. The product either exists or it doesn't. And if you can't buy it, it doesn't.
Yeah, and I just, you know, I talking to Paul and stuff, like, I don't know, man. I have a feeling that these guys are not ordering enough or didn't anticipate the demand, because in the UK, like it's available in the UK, Germany, everywhere. Like they could go to the store and buy as much as they want. So something's happening where it's not getting to us here in the States. Maybe they didn't anticipate demand fast enough, but you know, like Michael and Paul said they can go to any store and buy as much as they want in the UK. The stuff is made in the UK and they can get as much as they want. So it's not like there's a shortage somewhere. Like the stuff is made in Germany and in the Netherlands and in the UK, like you can buy as much of the stuff as you want.
Yeah, it sounds like an import issue is what they were saying.
Yeah.
But based on what they said, me and O were talking about, and who else was there? Scott was in there this morning too. It sounds like an import issue.
Yep. I think they didn't anticipate demand over here, and at this point now, it's going to take a lot to get back to base level because, you know, someone is gonna, when it comes in stock, like people are doubling up because they don't know when it's going to be in stock anymore. So it's going to take like a huge order to sort of, you know, get on top of everything. Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah. The containers leaking didn't help. And when I told them about it, they said, I went to, true story, went to Manhattan Aquariums and saw Joe and said, hey, man, like the containers are leaking. Like he seemed to not be, I said, yeah. I said, like Fisher Hex just released a video. I said, this guy on YouTube just released a video, said the containers are leaking. And he said, this corrected. I said, no, man, this is right after Travis posted his video, like the week after. You know, and he didn't seem to know. But like I said, I think the communication is what's just on. And they're not very nice on the forums. And there's people asking questions and they're not answering. And yeah, they're just not answering. Like whoever's handling customer service for Triton is not do customer service PR is not doing a good job. Yeah, there's a lot to be desired there. There's a lot of threads happening on their forums and they're not commenting. Like you're just allowing people to just control the narrative about your product. Like people are asking legit questions like, hey, what type of refugium light should I, like people are asking legit questions in the Triton forum on Reef to Reef and they're not answering any questions. Like that guy, and then when he's missing for like a couple of weeks and people get on him like, yo, what are you doing? He comes back with an attitude like, man, I've been on vacation and, you know. Yeah, so we'll see. I got a couple of months supply left. After that, we'll see.
Have any of y'all ever heard anything good or bad about the ATI ICP tests?
No.
All right. DC Reefer had some of his linked. Yeah. What's up, Billy Pipes? Oh, they've been saying it's going to be available since a long time. That stuff been in and out of stock since. Like you have to be lucky to get the stuff. To be honest, if it wasn't available at Manhattan Aquariums, and I had the guy at the in fact, thank you, Dave, because I was trying to switch to the other methods, and I gave Dave my Core 7. And because Dave didn't do it, I had to go back and ask Dave for so without Dave, I wouldn't have any Triton solution right now. Yeah, everyone's tired, man. Everyone's tired. We're all tired. Even Alex looks tired.
Just one more day of work.
All right. Yeah. One more day. I'm in bed listening to you talk to yourself. Oh. All right, Billy, that's what happens. I just checked. It's in stock now. I got the other method.
Billy's lurking, huh?
Oh, it's funny today. I think on Facebook and on in the Reef to Reef forums, people are like, "Oh man, I hear it's getting to like people were. It's almost like crack. Like people are like, oh, it's gonna be in stock at Marine Depot tomorrow and bulk resupply." So everyone was like clamoring. Was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep refreshing," and it's weird. All right, Billy, I'll come get those mushrooms and egg. Billy, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Don't upset Billy with the ant cans and mushrooms. You see what he feeds those things; they get angry.
All right, I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. This is tech talk, not where my Trident. All right, we did the tech stuff earlier. Did a lot of the tech stuff earlier, Dave. I know what you mean. DC. All right, any Apex questions, fellas? Any tech questions? Any tech questions about dosers or anything? Any tech question?
What is the airspeed velocity in unladen swallow?
5.
Okay, cool, thanks.
All right. You're welcome. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I think I'm about to go lay it down, man. I got to get up early.
All right, I don't think tonight's going to be one of those late night streams.
I'm about ready to hit the bed and myself.
Yeah, today is not.
Oh, man, I just woke up a little while ago.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. You and Murphy run on like your own schedule. You guys are under a different sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I was working midnights. I missed that shift.
Wait, midnights?
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, you one of them people.
You go into work, nobody bothers you. You just do your job and go home and sleep.
Then you're tired during the day when you need to do stuff.
Nah, you sleep in as late as you want. That's great.
You have kids, Alex?
No, I don't.
Oh.
There's a reason Alex has this thing.
Okay.
No children.
All right. Billy Pipes is saying safe driving tomorrow, Rico. Yeah, man. No matter what time I go to bed, I gotta get up at 6:30 and get the kids ready and take them out to school. So
yeah, it's time. I get up right around then just to get ready for work. So.
All right, guys. This is not going to be a late night tonight because everyone's tired, and I got an early day tomorrow. So,
well, thanks for having us, though.
All right, 9 o'clock next week, same time, same place. I don't know what's going on.
Dave, host a live chat, and I'll jump on if you want to host a live late night hangout.
Hey, Dave, if you want to, Noble Reef, how's the Tunzi skimmer? It's good so far. It's only been a few weeks, so can't give you a full-on review yet. But as soon as I can, I will let you know. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
I'm going to shut this one down.
Hey, fellas.
All right.
Catch
you guys. Have a good night.
Everyone in the chat, Billy Pipes, Rico's Reef Tank, Alex, Reef Jeeves, Rico, Scott, Reef Keeper, Fletcher, DC Reefer, not DC Reefer, Fisher Hex, DeAndre. Oh, DeAndre. Hey, what's up, DeAndre? And all the other. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. I guess, Rico, you're going to be on the road. You're going to set up a stream before you head out, right?
I don't know. Maybe I could. I don't know.
All right. So we'll see you tomorrow then.
You could probably do that. Yeah, probably. All right. All right. Sounds good.
All right, Dave. Good night.
There you go.
Later.
All right.